Welcome to the Craze in 10 or less. This is the show where I give it to you in 10 minutes or under. And if I don't, because today you tell me something y mañana otra cosa. Mentirosa. So, what if 2021 is limited to virtual cons? What does that do for you as a creator and your plans and aspirations for 2021? That's the topic of the day. I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera. Stop acting up. Let's get it. So, why this topic? I'll tell you why, since you're asking all these questions. Oof. Anyway, I'm asking the question because chaos, uncertainty, fear, confusion, pain, all of these things happen in 2020. But because we're built a certain way as a species, we believe in fighting through adversity. We believe in the promise of a better tomorrow, right? We like to believe it. So, with all this uncertainty and all this frustration and all this stuff that happened in 2020, we had to adjust. I know I had to adjust mentally on my plans because 2020 was the breakout year for Crazy Comics. So we had a successful Kickstarter. Thank you so much for everybody who supported us. Everything's going according to plan. We received finished pages for the book, looking good. George is now lettering the book, so that's pretty exciting. So all of 2020 is building momentum in the hopes of 2021 we're able to get out and socialize, go to Comic Cons, go to events, network, build a database of clients, friends, consumers, executives, the whole bit. But I can't help but wonder what happens. So, before we move forward, let's talk about what happened before the pandemic. There was this big outcry to prevent 5G from being installed in the US. Towers were being ripped down, protests, petitions, because of the damage it would do to animals, plants, and to us. So, if I am trying to get 5G out there and I'm seeing resistance, how do I force people to demand it when they don't want it? Lock them up. Keep them locked up in the house. Now, with social distancing, we have to get equipment because now our kids have to go to school virtually. We need laptops. We need webcams. We need bandwidth, stronger bandwidth, and we don't have it. Maybe 5G isn't so bad after all. Now everybody wants it. Nobody's complaining. You're getting what you asked for. That's just a conspiracy. That's just me thinking. How do you flip the script on society? So now everyone is equipped with the tools to remain home. Another indication is if you look on Facebook Marketplace and all these other sites where people are selling things, buying and selling things, the number of corporate offices and businesses that are selling their office furniture and supplies is out of control. Out of control. Offices are closing down because people are now working virtually. Restaurants are closing down because the winter's coming. And they're not equipped. They can't have people in the restaurant for the winter. They built tents to have them out in the summer. because of social distancing. So now you see all this commercial grade equipment being sold. We're being conditioned and trained and programmed to stay home. What does that mean for the entrepreneur? What does that mean for you? What does that mean for me as comic guys who rely on socializing, who rely on events to test the marketplace to see if you have a viable product, who rely on these events to network? How are you able to network from home? Now let's put things into perspective. A lot of indies are trying to do live tutorials or live events from home, but not getting reach because they're getting the same communities that they're part of. The same group of people are joining. So you're really not doing anything for your brand. Where if you're at a Comic Con, and say you have an artist, you're an artist alley or small press. You're there, your circle of friends know you're going to be there, but there's 10,000 minimum or more people that you would not have been exposed to at the event that now you have a chance to win them over to sell your product and get it into their hands. Same thing goes for that editor of a publisher that loves that product, happens to walk into Artist Alley, sees your stuff, boom, starts a conversation. You might get a job or you might get your product picked up. Or that Hollywood agent that's looking for new content sees your stuff, boom, you wouldn't get those opportunities from home. And virtual cons benefit celebrities and big names, really don't benefit the little guy. And I give credit to the little guys that are trying to do virtual cons. They just don't have reach. And you can tell by the amount of people that are watching. A couple, maybe a dozen. But if you want to stay in the black, you need hundreds and thousands that are interested in you and your stuff. So that begs the question, what happens if 2021 is a repeat and Comic Cons go virtual? What does that do for you, for me? That's the question. Are we ready to face that reality? I'm a thinker by nature. I overthink everything. So for me, I have to think worst case scenario. How do I adapt to that situation? We have a new book, Cast the Crazies. What's my strategy to get Cast the Crazies out into the market? What's the strategy? What's the strategy to try to survive? The business is already tough for the small guy, unless you have a publisher behind you. Now you compound that with the fact that now you have to do everything from home. Kind of scary. Just saying. I'd love to hear your thoughts. How are you going to adjust? You know, that dry erase board behind me, it's glass. It's clear. That's my brainstorming. I just installed it. Moved everything down here to my studio. But that's where I'll brainstorm and I'll plot out my strategy for 2021, figuring it out, how to adjust to an uncertain world. That was the topic of the day. This is the Craze Intent or Less. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that subscribe button right there. Hit that like button. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know that you liked it. Even better would be great. Let's engage in a conversation. What do you think? What are your plans? How are you going to adjust? Do you think I'm crazy? Cast the Craze, right? So, thank you all again for our Kickstarter this Wednesday night. Join us. We will be live. Our live show. Remember, once a month we go live, but it's a double feature. We have Keith Murphy going to be on our show live, promoting his Kickstarter. He's launching, as well as the crew. So Jonathan the Psycho Cyphex and Anibal Orozco Boyos is going to be on the show with me and George, and it's going to be a hoot. So join us. We might give something away. I don't know. But 8 o'clock, YouTube, you know what it is. Catch the Craze. I'm Sam the Crazy Man. Vera, this is the Crazy Nintendo Less. Thank you for watching. Stop acting up. Peace.